for his work on this, rise in support of the amendment. First of all, Social Security card is used from one end of America to the other as an identification card right now. Who are we kidding? If you want to pass a law and says it shouldn't be, I would ask the chairman and the distinguished minority member of the Social Security committee to pass that law, but let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a Social Security card. In fact, one way to prove you're a bona fide person who can have a job is to ask for a driver's license and a Social Security card. This is an anti-fraud amendment. All over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud.
The lesson that they're learning is that Democrats are weak, and that next time we just need to hurt working people and working Americans more. Hurt working people and working Americans more to get them to fold.
Can you believe that? Do you want somebody like that in your Congress, right? Do you want her? Right now, Brian Donalds wants to run for governor in Florida, right? Well, let's say he wants. I think he's had a position in Congress. He had a position in Congress. He had a position in the Senate. Let's go right there. Brian Donalds. He's had positions in the Senate and in Congress. Either one, right? He's had a position in government. One of those high in the House of Representatives, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's one of those buildings in D.C. that he went to work in, right? If he gets in there in those buildings, right, he's working, he's doing a good job. Do you want to put a term limit on him so some weirdo like AOC later can come in and just because there's nobody else to vote for? That's what happened in New York. New York, listen to this. That's why people start coming up with crazy conspiracy theories when it's just, hey, let's just look at this one and see if this is true or not. I don't even know who the Republican was, and I generally keep up with political news. I mean, since Trump got in office, you can take a break. We got a real president office. You can go find go try to get your bag. That's why if you want to keep getting these videos, go ahead and support the channel, all right? If not, I'll just continue to make them on my own time, all right? But listen, do you want somebody like AOC to be in there over Brian Donalds? Do you want that to happen? And then they continue. That's how it happened in New York. They had Mandami, some Republican I can't even name, and Cuomo. Cuomo, probably people were still upset, probably still really tight about not being able to visit their loved ones. People, during that time when he had the state lockdown, that wasn't somebody to put that, but that's who the Democrats put up. They put him up and they put Mandani up, right? So you got somebody with the 90s promising you the world, and the same old Democrat nonsense that people seem to still continue to fall for, make all kind of false, weird promises that and this time it was even if they did go through, it would still ruin the state. Like, how are you planning on supporting this, right? Do you want somebody like that in office, right? That's what the choices were, Mandami and Cuomo. If the election was legit, and Mandami won the election, or if Trump was on the ballot, or Trump, and he wanted to run for the House of Representatives and just have Trump, Mandami, and Cuomo. But Trump can't run again because it's a term limit. That means you're stuck with Mandami and Cuomo. That would be detrimental for the country. I don't think we should have any term limits. I think that's the best thing we could do, because right now, it would be great for to have no term limits on the presidency. We could have Trump for as long as he wants. For as long as he wants to stay in office, we could keep Trump in there. But we can't. He only has 2 terms. And the Constitution has been working excellently. And it's been working excellently. I'm not one for changing the Constitution, right? It's got to be some extreme circumstances. You did. I do not see it working out favorably for us to do the term limit. Everything else that Trump is doing lets you know that we need somebody like that available in every part of government. We need somebody with not just a Republican, but with the prioritizes America in government. Trump has found a lot of great people in his administration. I think he can continue to find a lot of great people. There's great people that I named, right? And if he can continue to rally around those, not just the party, but rally around the policy, Republicans are going to, right now, they're winning because they did not adopt any of these super crazy policies, right? The only thing that hurts them is, the fact that it seems that they, like, that's what people get on because they're like, man, do you have a special interest with tobacco and alcohol because you keep, stopping the CBD? You keep, but I think that'll take care of itself. But yeah, it's very important to note, my opinion, when you go to the polls, I've said this before, you go as an independent, and you check on policy. The decision is going to be so easy because America for so long ran this two-party thing where you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, right? And the Democrat have shown for the last 100 years that they have been the worst. They have not been the best decision, right? If I keep telling y'all, I take this thing so personal. Just look at it as sports, right? Just look at it as sports. Who do you want? Which coach do you want to run the country, right? Which team do you want to run the country? Do you want a team that's corrupt? They're finding, look, I don't know what's going on with the NBA. I couldn't even tell you I couldn't even tell you on the teams that's in it. It could be the Lakers. I think it's the Blazers. But they're finding all kind of corruption and gambling. Do you want them running the NBA? Do you want that person that was doing the corruption and gambling to suddenly become the commissioner of the NBA? See, the thing about it is, you don't have a choice because the NBA is private. They don't take no votes in the NBA, but they take votes in America. That's what makes America great. That's why they spent so many years hitting y'all with those fake conspiracy theories that your vote didn't count and voting didn't work. And then they imported millions of illegals in here to change your districts, get more seats in Congress. Because if you have more certain minorities and you have certain people that vote a certain way, you can get more seats in Congress. And remember, they keep running this two-party thing, so it's the Democrats or the Republicans, and the Democrats can get more corrupt, bring in more migrants and get more votes, then they can do more corrupt stuff when they get in office because it'll be easier to vote for people having numbers. That's why the government shut down. It would have been, they had the Republican side who said, no, we can't. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Stop lying. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Stop lying. Not at all. We not friends. Not at all. We not friends. Not at all. We not friends. Not at all. Stop lying. We not friends. Not at all. We not friends. Not at all. We not friends. Not at all. We not friends. Stop lying. I'm so straight. 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 I'm